Turf war after the city controller Brad Lander strips Mayor Adams of his emergency powers to approve contracts related to the migrant crisis.
Fox 5's Morgan McKay joins us now in studio. And Morgan, the mayor says that it's going to be hard to give migrants the services that they need.
He did, Steve and Natasha. And Mayor Eric Adams' administration says that they need this capability to act quickly, especially with more migrants arriving every week. Just last week, more than 3,600 migrants arrived here in the city, a spike that we haven't seen in a while. The comptroller Brad Lander says this won't stop Adams from doing what needs to be done. It will just make sure taxpayer money is being spent appropriately.
There's just too many holes in the way that City Hall was using that blanket permission.
New York City Comptroller Brad Lander says that his office has stripped Mayor Eric Adams' emergency powers that allows him to make deals with contractors for migrant services without prior approval. Lander pointed to a series of missteps, saying that the mayor's office failed to report subcontractors in certain cases and at times was late in submitting contracts.
The $432 million .gov contract with subcontractors that don't have the appropriate licenses for their security firms, in some cases paying hotels way above what we're paying others. But that blanket approval that's been letting them do whatever they want is not in the best interest of New Yorkers.
Now, how it worked before this was under the mayor's emergency powers, his administration could make a deal with an outside contractor for things such as laundry services for migrants, or to rent a small to medium-sized hotel to house migrants. After that, the contract will get sent to the comptroller's office for final approval. However, now, with this clawback, this contract will first have to go to Lander's office for approval before the mayor's office can act. The mayor's administration says this is going to cause significant delays.
This is an emergency that requires sometimes emergency spending. We don't know how many migrants Texas is going to send us or whoever else.
More than 3,600 migrants arrived in New York City just last week, and Adams officials worry that this spike in arrivals will only continue to grow. Adams took a jab at Lander, saying that he would have hoped Lander's trip to D.C. a few weeks ago to speak with federal leaders about the migrant crisis would have produced more results.
He went to D.C. 20 months later, and he came back with tying our hands. That's just sort of defies logic to me. So I'm a little disappointed that when he turned from D.C., he didn't come back with any real answers on this is a national problem.
Now, Mayor Adams is also headed to D.C. on Thursday. Adams wouldn't give too many details on his upcoming trip, but did admit he still hasn't spoken with the president since late last year. Steve, Natasha.
Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. Okay. The next couple of clips I'm going to show you, I want everybody to truly pay attention and pass this around. This is very, very, very important. I know that a lot of times, you know, we'll put down on our videos, you know, breaking update, breaking must watch, stuff like that, because there's a lot of information that comes out that we need people to see. Okay, this particular content I'm putting out tonight, it is very important, very, very, very important. Okay, the clip that I just showed you was Mayor Adams, of course, trying to how can I say, trying to carry the money purse in New York that is filled with taxpayer money to fund more incentives for all the illegal migrants that are coming in and that are flooding the city. Okay. Now, before I continue, I just want to thank all my new subscribers and all my subscribers here on YouTube and on Rumble, and all the kind comments everybody has been leaving me. Also, I've had a few people from Truth Social join my channel. Thank you very much. I'd like to get my channel going, up and going, you know, over 500 and beyond. And if anybody, you know, would like, please comment, like, subscribe to the channel, pass it around. Okay, there's a very important election coming up next year, so the more awareness that we can spread, because this is a movement that's going on right now all across our country. Okay. Also, if you want to help to support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Cash App and PayPal. So, with that being said, okay, you just heard what the controller of New York was saying about the money that was spent frivolously on the illegals, and Eric Adams wanting to use his emergency powers, which was stripped from him. Now, people need to pay attention, okay? Now, when I did the video on Chicago of all the money that was spent on all these contractors coming in and taking up work, is in the millions, is in the tens of millions of dollars. Now, you heard what the controller said about the money that was spent through Mayor Adams' organization, that they were spending more for hotel rooms than what they normally would be. And this is what I'm saying, people. This whole immigration thing, it is lining the pockets of the Democrats. Okay? And I'll be honest with you, I would not be surprised if it's lining the pockets of some rhino Republicans also. So this is the way it works. Okay? Let's say a regular hotel room costs $100 a night. Being that it's going through political channels, now that room for the illegal migrants that are here illegally is going for $1,000 a night. They're still going to pay the hotel $200 or $300, but then they're going to, pocket $600, $700, $800, easily. So what happened in Chicago was that the controller to the city, instead of them going against the mayor, they went with the mayor. That's why there's so many contractors in Chicago making housing for all these illegal migrants. And another thing, my parents taught me how to do my own laundry, okay, when I was a child. For the city to be paying for the illegals' laundry services, to source that out, that right there alone in itself should tell everybody that this is a big Ponzi scheme, laundering system going on. You name it, that's exactly what it is. Okay, now that that's out the way, this is what's going on also. I put out my video, and you see the way people in Chicago have already said that they're willing to sit down with Trump and the Republicans. People in the Bronx are saying, you know what? They're not going to vote Democrat. They want Trump. So when you have people like Mayor Adams, the mayor to Chicago, the governor to Colorado, that are all screaming foul over Governor Abbott in Texas, saying he's sending all these illegals to us and is straining our resources. Damn it, not one of them gets up and goes to Biden and says, you need to shut the damn border down. They won't do it. They will not do it. Okay? Now, if anybody needs to start being afraid, you need to start being afraid. And in the sense that we don't know who's coming into this country. They keep saying that the border is secure, and at sometimes they're saying that, there's too many illegals coming in and we're trying to catch them, and the people working at the border that they're overwhelmed and they're trying. Everybody's trying, but it's all bullshit, people. It's all bullshit. I'll say it again. It is all bullshit. Okay? This is what they want. Now, I've said it before, that the Democrats know that they're losing their American voter base. Okay? And the only way that they can compensate to try to stay in power is through illegal immigration. This is why the border is wide, wide open. And if you think that that is the only way that they're going to be able to get new voters is through what Adams wants to do. You see, he wants to speed up a process. The process that he wants to speed up is because he knows that the election is right around the corner, okay? That they're going to lose a lot of Democrat votes, and they want as many illegals as possible to be able to vote. So I am glad that the New York City controller told him, no, I am stripping away your emergency powers. You will not handle the purse. Everything has to come through my office. We're going to do it the right way. Okay? Now, the Biden administration lies so damn much. It is beyond me how they can go after Trump. All these different states, all these different attorney generals, all these different governors want to go after Trump and give him indictments. And yet Biden is right now, he is inflicting, okay, a national security risk to Americans in this country. And if you think that the Democrats have anybody's best interests at heart, they don't. They seriously don't. Now, I'm going to try to keep the video short. I've only have 2 clips to show you. Okay? And if this doesn't alarm anybody or like sound an alarm for people to truly pay attention of what's going on, I don't know what will. Because what the Democrats are doing, they are trying to destroy this country by hook or by crook. And they are trying to play complacent. They're not complacent. They're not stupid. They're just wicked and evil. They're trying to play complacent. And they're putting everybody at risk. Everybody at risk. Okay? And the next clips that I'm going to show you, I'm going to explain how the Democrats set things up to fail and then try to make it seem like, oh, we're going to come and save the day. But it's still a damn failure. So stay with me on this. Here we go. Okay, the Biden administration, Mayorkas and the rest of them say that they're doing everything possible to secure the border. That many times when they have Mayorkas, okay, in front of Congress, he never has the exact numbers of how many getaways, how many people got away, what the getaways are, whatever it is. This is a 45-second clip at the border. This is the border wall that Trump was building. This is a cartel standing right here. You see my green hand? That's a cartel with a cell phone recording everybody coming in. This is construction equipment on our side, and whoever this jackoff is right here is taking part in all this right here. Check this out. Okay, I'm gonna stop it for a second. Mostly men, some children. You have people on the Mexico side and on the US side. In cahoots, they cut open the border wall. Okay, this video was posted on X. Okay, this is what's going on at the border. This is where Mayorkas is always saying, oh, we don't know how many gotaways, but we're going to get you those numbers. Just start counting right here. Start fucking counting right here. This is why I say the Democrats don't give a flying fucking rat's ass of what's going on in this country. All these people coming in. God only knows how many. But then you got somebody on this side recording, somebody on the other side recording, and that's so they can send to their handlers and say, you know what? We got the proof. This is how many people came in. This is the money that's going to be exchanged. And you mean to tell me that the Democrats give a flying rat's ass about the people in this country? Okay? But let's continue. This is Border Patrol. Standing there just watching all this going on, not doing a damn thing. And then this prick right here says, oh, well, thank you. Do you see the pompousness, the arrogance of what's going on with Mexico? This is an invasion. You know, if anybody in this country is broke and hungry, okay, and breaks into a grocery store, they go to prison for breaking and entering. These people cut down a wall that was built by the federal government. And the son of a bitch has the nerve to stand on the other side and make a face like, oh, well, here you go. And you mean to tell me that the Democrats and the Biden administration don't know this is going on? When you got Border Patrol standing there, guns in hand? Who's telling them to stand down? It ain't Trump. It can't be the Republicans, at least I would hope not. So all those people coming in, mostly men, they'll go and commit a crime, rape, murder, who knows, okay? And the Democrats will say, well, those are one of the ones that got away. We couldn't keep tabs. We didn't know that they came in. But meanwhile, this video is circulating on the internet. And nobody's doing a damn thing about it. Let's continue. This is what they did. Taxpayer money. Just to have people tear it down while others stand there and do nothing to stop all those people from coming in. This is an invasion. This is why Eric Adams wants to push emergency powers to get more, and there's more to this. There is more to this, so stay with me. They're trying to flood the big cities because they know that they're losing the American Democrat vote. So they're trying to get in as many able-bodied men as possible, as many women and children in as possible. But here's the thing. You bring in the women and children, okay? Everybody pities them. Well, we can't let the women and children, we can't turn around. We can't say no. So now they grow up in the country, illegal immigrants. That's going to be their future base. The able-bodied men, they'll come, they'll destroy the workforce. They'll add to the crime industry. Okay? And there's one more thing that the Democrats are pushing for. And this is the part that I'm telling everybody you need to be afraid. Okay? Now let's watch the rest of this clip and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. So all that taxpayer money for nothing. Just to have it chopped down and then you pay people again at the border to go and weld it and put it back up. And then the cartels and the coyotes are coming to our country, okay, and do it again and let more people in and make those fucking condescending gestures on camera to the Americans as if saying, oh, well, fuck you. Okay? Meanwhile, a lot of these illegals that are coming in are causing havoc in Chicago, in New York, in Arkansas. Trust me, because I was in Arkansas, they cause a lot of fucking havoc there. But we can't say nothing because you'd be considered a racist. I cannot say nothing to protect my country because I would be considered a fucking racist. And it gets better. It truly gets better. Here we go. If anybody thinks that the Democrats are going to give up power, they're not. Eric Adams, the mayor of Chicago, the governor of Colorado, California, they are trying to push everything they can possible to make every illegal immigrant able-bodied in order to vote because they want those votes. I mean, to the point that in Chicago, DACA recipients and all that, they're making them police officers. But now this is what the Democrats want. And this is where I tell people in America, beware. Now what the Democrats want is for illegal immigrants to serve in the military in order to get citizenship. Check this out.
What me about the debate now about the southern border is that it's one half of the immigration equation. Yes, we need order at the border.
This prick just said we need order at the border. Well, how are you supposed to get it when you got people on both sides in cahoots chopping down the border wall and letting illegals in? This is all a farce, people. The Democrats are trying to start something and they want to end it with something, but either way, it is wrong. They start with the illegal immigration. They're coming through. There's nothing we can do. They try to blame it on Trump and his administration, which was bullshit. And then it goes all the way to, you know what? This is what we're going to do. As if they cannot stop this at the border. They know they can, but they won't. So now they're going to push for, you know what? Since it's gotten so out of control, there's a lot of people that are coming here that want to join our military. Like they really give a fucking flying rat's ass about America. Nobody goes into another country illegally to join their military. But let's continue.
Yes, we need to have changes in the laws that reflect the reality of the overwhelming numbers from all over the world who are coming to our shores and our border. But there's also an incredible demand for legal immigration into this country even now.
For legal immigration. You know, it's funny that he would say that listen to the way he phrases it. There is a growing demand for legal immigration. Oh, hold on one second. Do you mean that people are protesting because there's too many illegals coming in and they'd rather prefer people do it the right way by the port of entry and wait their turn like every other immigrant that came to this country? I don't know, for the past maybe 50, 60, 70, 100, 120 years, maybe? But let's continue.
The presiding officer, my colleague from the state of Illinois, has legislation which addresses one aspect of that.
Oh, he's going to get his colleague from Illinois. Hello? Chicago is being overrun with illegals and you're taking taxpayer money, and now the Democrats and taxpayers from Chicago are fighting back. So once again, you're not listening to your constituents. Your boy from Illinois is not listening to the constituents that told them, stop the fucking illegal immigration, stop everything at the border. Do you see the way these Democrats are doing shit, people? Do you see this? They start a problem and then they pretend that they have the answer. They want to come in as the savior. But in this situation, it is wrong from beginning to end, from A to Z. But let's continue.
Her bill, and I hope I describe it accurately, says that if you're an undocumented person in this country and you can pass the physical and the required test, background test, the like, you can serve in our military, and if you do it honorably, we will make you citizens of the United States.
There you go. Ding, 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 ding. Does anybody remember? And I'm going to be straight out with it. Okay? Enough with the bullshit. If anybody gets offended, good. Get fucking offended. Do you remember all the Muslims that joined our military that started attacking people in the military bases? They were supposed to be American citizens. Huh? They were supposed to be for our country. No, what they were plants, molds, whatever you want to call it. So here come the Democrats saying that they'll give these illegals citizenship if they join the military. Because, you know, they're just dying to get into the country to go straight to war. If they were dying to come to this country to go straight to war, why in the hell did they leave their country and not fight there against the communist dictators that are holding them down? So you mean to tell me that a lot of these illegals that are coming here, able-bodied men, that they're willing to live and die for this country? They're willing to fight for this country? Why didn't they do that in their country? I mean, they're coming in by the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions. They're a standing army. Why don't they fight in their country? It's their land. Let's continue.
Do we need that?
No, we don't.
Do you know what the recruiting numbers are at the Army and the Navy and the Air Force? They can't reach their quotas each month.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh man. Okay. He just said, do you know what the recruiting numbers are? They can't reach their quotas. Okay, I don't know. Let me see. Was it because when Barack Obama was president, he gutted the military to put just a bunch of communists in the military? When Biden became president, he basically turned the military on its ear, saying that if you are a white, I don't know, strong male, that was too toxic, so we got to put a bunch of, let me see, transgender people, you know, a bunch of men in wigs and shit to run shit in the military, telling people that, oh, if you joined, you needed to take a certain shot. If you didn't, you were going to get kicked out. So how many got kicked out the military? The fact that everywhere you turn, they want people in the military to be as woke as possible, to know about diversity, inclusion, equity, whatever the fuck else they want to teach all these soldiers, instead of teaching them how to be a damn soldier for the United States of America. And now you're going to come out and say, because the military cannot make their quota, you people gutted the fucking military. And now you want to replace it with people that we have no fucking clue what their allegiance is to, who, what country, what ideology? Do you see what's going on, people? My niece is 19 years old. Right after college, she joined the military. Okay? They gave her an ultimatum, but she stuck to her guns. You know why? Because she's not a coward. Not saying that anybody that left is a coward. It's because she stood up and said, you know what? No, this is what I came here for. But these pricks on the left, they want to make everybody a coward. They want to break you down. They want to break down the American citizens. They want to break down the military personnel and then come out and say, well, we can't stop the illegals from coming in, so we need more money, so we line our pockets. And, you know, military, registration is down, so we'll let the illegals come and, join the ranks. Really? His name explains imperfect. Let's continue.
They can't find enough people to join our military forces. And there are those who are undocumented who want the chance to serve and risk their lives for this country. Should we give them a chance? I think we should. And let me tell you about...
I think he needs to be impeached. I think that anybody... Well, you know what? There's not enough Democrat voters to vote him out. You know why? Because they just don't do that. They don't. And I hate to say it. Now, I still have faith in the people in New York and Chicago to turn things around. But this is the bullshit, okay, that the Democrats pull time and time and time again. And this is why I tell everybody, be warned. Okay? Be warned. This whole farce about, there's people that are dying to come into this country to live and die for this country. Why won't they live and die for their country? I mean, when Americans joined the military, is to protect and serve this country, the populace, to live and die for this country. When was the last time you hear of that many Americans leaving the country and joining some other military in some other country? You know what? I've never really heard of it. But the Democrats are going to tell us that now all of a sudden there's people that are coming here that want to live and die for this country? Do you see the way they mix all this up? It's lie after lie after lie, spin after spin after spin, corruption upon corruption upon corruption. But let's continue.
Here it is, you heard it. I'll leave you with this article from the Getaway Pundit. Senator Dick Durbin is proposing allowing illegal immigrants to join the U.S. military as a pathway to citizenship. Democrats are looking for new voters. They are desperate, and the illegal migrant might be their only chance. If you watch this channel, I posted multiple videos of Democrat voters saying they are done with the Democrat Party. I posted a video yesterday of black voters in Chicago saying they are ready to meet with Donald Trump.
Okay, I'll stop it there. Once again, that's Black Conservative 24, I believe. Okay. I'll leave a link to his channel again. So this is nothing new. It's hitting everywhere about what these Democrats want to do. Go on YouTube, go on many of the content creators. This is the biggest thing that's come out today. What that Senator Dick Durbin and his colleague from Illinois, from Chicago, from Illinois, the great state of Illinois, are proposing. How much does anybody want to bet that a lot more Democrats are going to jump on this bandwagon? Do you know what will happen to our military if they start letting illegals join the military? We will not have a military. There will be so much chaos in there with everybody else's ideology. So many people will feel so uncomfortable, and so many people will be looked at as suspect. How do you keep order in the military? Okay? You know, it's not like people in the military when they're being sent overseas and they join, their platoon will join another platoon from an allied military, and they join forces and they train with each other. That's different, you know, because they already know this is what they got to do. They're soldiers for certain countries. But like I said, when was the last time you hear of just an average American leaving America to go join the military in another country? For what reason? Can it happen? It can. But what these Democrats are pushing, this is what everybody needs to be afraid of. They gut the military. They turn it on its ear. They start introducing all kinds of transgenderism and all this stuff and woke ideology, and you can't say Mr. or you can't say Mrs. It has to be he, she, they, them, it, at, whatever the hell you want to call it, instead of sergeant, instead of captain, instead of yes sir or yes ma'am. No, it can't be none of that. I like to see what they're going to do when, I don't know, let's just say some people from the Middle East want to join the military, and you're telling them that their commanding officer is transgender. How would they take that? The Democrats are a bunch of fucking idiots. Okay? They're snakes, they're vile, they're two-faced. They don't care about their own constituents. They don't care about America. They're a bunch of communists. They're a bunch of socialists. And they're trying to destroy the fabric of this country. They're trying to destroy as much as they can, from the school system to the military to society. You name it, they want it. They want it destroyed. They want it destroyed. Okay? And they got a man with a fucking potato for a brain sitting in the most important presidential palace on the planet. But this is why we need men like him, people like them, in Chicago, in New York. I know I said the election's important and it is right around the corner, but in truth, we have a long way to go, people. Buckle up. Pay attention. Vote against this. Vote against it. The only reason why they're losing admission in the military is because of what they've done to the military. Not because people don't care anymore. No. They started the chaos, and they're going to pretend to fix it. And all they're doing is setting everybody up for more chaos. That's what I got for you. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass it around. Okay? Tell your family, your friends. This is a movement, people. It's a big movement. And everybody needs to stay vigilant. Okay? Everybody needs to stay vigilant. So stay vigilant, keep praying, and keep praying for each other. Peace.